Now, an LC 500 is a much better car than an LFA, and there's very specific reasons why. For those who missed it, on a previous video I talked about what my dream car is and why the LC 500 is better than an LFA. When comparing the value of cars, the performance and the price point are not the only things that are acknowledged in this. We're talking about the value of a car, we're looking at the full experience in this debate. For those who don't know, an LFA is Lexus' supercar that has a V10, also has an MSRP of $500,000, and some of them are even pushing close to $1 million right now. But even at the MSRP of $500,000, the Lexus LC is $100,000 out the box. A lot of people say the LC is a stripped down version of LFA, but it's a completely different experience. The LFA is a beautiful car in its own respect. I would say it's the best sounding car of all time also. And right after that, that's where the conversation ends. The LFA has a very old transmission. Gearing ratios suck. I mean, this car is extremely low and it's not drivable in regular circumstances. Technology is super out of date. And it was never a contender even at its time for other supercars. Now the LC kind of has like the same story but in a different way. The LC really separated itself from a lot of other brands and it kind of has its own experience. And the reason why is because it doesn't really compare it to anything in its segment. It's a grand touring car with a naturally aspirated V8. Craftsmanship is close to a Rolls-Royce level. Every single part of the interior is soft touch and an expensive material. You're getting a mix of aluminum, leather, Alcantara. There are no plastic pieces in the car. And some parts of the car even have forged carbon in them, including the doors. It has a 0 to 60 in like 4.4 seconds. But the main reason why I love this car so much is what is special about any kind of brand or anything is when they create restrictions around what they have to build with the money that they have. What I mean by that is the base MSRP is around like $92,000 for an LC. So with $92,000, what can they build and give to the consumer? Now, building supercars is kind of unique because there's really no restrictions and there's no budget. But there is something to be said about cars that have restrictions and have to build a certain build quality and a certain experience without going over the certain budget. But to give this level of engineering to a car that's sub $100,000 is absolutely insane. And speaking from a craftsmanship, design, and engineering standpoint, I mean, there's Hellcats that are around the same price as this. There are BMWs the same price as this. A lot of them don't compete in a lot of the areas that the LC has. Are they quicker cars? Yes, and that's kind of where the conversation ends. So the fact that Lexus gave us a car that is this unique in the sub $100,000 where it can be an aspirational car that's not too far out of reach is something special that I love. That's why I simply believe that the LC is a better value than LFA and why the LC 500 is my dream car.